Hey guys, what's up? It's GQAzndood back again with another podcast. This one I'll be talking about Assassin's Creed, primarily the Assassin's Creed series, where it began, the Ezio series, Assassin's Creed 3, and also the newest Assassin's Creed 4. And we all know that the next-gen consoles will be getting a PS4 and Xbox One version of Assassin's Creed Unity, which is only limited on the next-gen consoles, but Ubisoft is releasing a current-gen console, Assassin's Creed Rogue, on the PS3 and Xbox 360, which actually takes place somewhere along the lines of Assassin's Creed 3. So the question is, are there too many Assassin's Creeds? I think there has been enough Assassin's Creeds since the Ezio trilogy. There's Assassin's Creed 1, which had the original assassin Altair, and then genetically passed down to Ezio in the Renaissance era, and he had 3 games to tell his story, in which I believe, in my opinion, and 3 games is way too long to tell a story, but they did kind of elaborate a lot on Ezio. And I think that's why Ezio is such a great character, is that we got to see his development and his character growth. And of course, he's a sly Italian man with mad skills, so got to give him props on that. But it takes a time jump all the way to colonial America in Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor. And a lot of my friends that play Assassin's Creed, not a big fan of Connor. Now, I don't know if it's his attitude or his rashness that a lot of my friends don't like about Connor, but in my opinion, I didn't have a problem with Connor. To me, I feel that the Assassin's Creed character is always the same character in the character arc. And what I mean by that is, usually when you play Assassin's Creed, you start off with a character that's super overtly confident about himself, very arrogant in some sense. Altair in the first one was very, very cocky. He thought himself to be the leader of the assassins guild, and later, and early on, you get your equipment and your title stripped away from you, and you have to earn it back because of a mistake you made. So that's kind of a common thing that's been happening throughout the series that I've noticed, because I played all of them. Is one, Ezio is this really cool cat, very sly with the ladies, very stylish guy, and he kind of gets a wake-up call when he finds out his father is an assassin, and he has to take over for him because the stakes are higher, and which is crazy. I think it's crazy, but it's also at the same time it's a pretty cool idea. It's amazing. It's original at the time, and I thought it was entertaining. That's why I played all of them. Also a big fan of history. Maybe that's why I was part of it. Helped me kind of get in touch with certain points of time, which is another point that games are educated. Helps us get educated. But this topic is going to be primarily for the Assassin's Creed series in general, which I want to add that I just finished Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, where you play as Edward Kenway, whom is Haytham's dad, which is a character in Assassin's Creed 3. So it's going back again. And in the new one, in Assassin's Creed Rogue, you play as a Templar assassin. An assassin turned Templar who hunts down assassins because he feels that he was betrayed by the Order and has to get revenge. So that's kind of an interesting twist to the series right there. And of course, in Unity, it switches scenarios to France, and we'll probably see Joan of Arc and the French Revolution over there. It looks pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited to play it. The fact that it's co-op story mode, I think, is a really good change. And I hope it does really well. And I think also Assassin's Creed Rogue is going to be the ending of the American colonies timeline. So let's see where Ubisoft is taking this, because it seems like they're going to take it to two directions, next gen and current gen, and they'll be looks like they'll be taking it to two different types of customers. You know, for those that already have the PS3 or 360, will have their own Assassin's Creed, and they'll also have the Unity series, which will probably be something that they'll continue toward, so that way the next gen customers can have something to look forward to. But I want to talk about Assassin's Creed overall. What does everybody think about it? I mean, I think Assassin's Creed has been definitely innovative when it first came out. There's a lot in the game, and if you're OCD and you like to collect things just like me, you'll probably enjoy it or hate it. I like to pick up everything. I like to collect all the things that are shiny. I like to upgrade my character to the max, all that stuff. I try to get 100% out of my video game, you know. So I mean, I did pay for it. I do want to enjoy it, but also at the same time, I don't want to make it feel like it's a job. So it's a constant struggle. So Assassin's Creed, if you haven't played it yet, you know, you play as an assassin based on a timeline in history where you conduct missions to stop, like, pretty much historical powers that are trying to take over the world as far as economical, you know, resources and stuff like that. So pretty much like a corporation versus like the people. That's kind of how I saw it, and it hasn't been any different from 1 to 4. And you have to play it for yourself to find out. Some of this is spoilers, but you should really try to check it out for the narrative, because I want to talk about that. So, you know, I played Assassin's Creed 1, I played 2, 3, Ezio series, and just finished Black Flag. And every time they make a new Assassin's Creed, they do add something to the game which draws you in. It keeps you playing, keeps you want to play it more. Also, like, you want to try it out because it's new, and they do a good job of that. But ultimately, to its core, it's still kind of the same game. You do have missions, usually around 15 to 20 missions, and then that's part of the main story, which is technically non-linear, but you can beat the game within like 5 hours if you just went straight to all the missions. The way they get you is they have lots of side missions, assassin's missions, collecting missions, resource missions. These are all missions that are completely optional, but they do make your game a lot more interesting if you do them. You get more money, you get different armor, different weapons. So, you know, but the thing is you're not forced to do it, which is kind of nice. So, you know, I keep going back to this, and it is really just the same game with a different skin, and they're always adding in something new every time. But you collect stuff, assassinate, you even do the almost identical to the same options what you did from the previous game towards a new game. And a lot of customers that I have at the store, you know, they are turning in their copies of Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4, and saying they're burnt down on it. It's always the same game. And yeah, they're great. They're absolutely correct. But what draws people in, personally, I really think it's the story. And reading Assassin's Creed, watching Assassin's Creed, playing it, if you're really, really into the lore, to the historical kind of references they do, and the tie-in, you're always curious about where they're going next, you know. And so I think that's why people play the game just for the story, and then they get burnt out because they realize it's the same game that they've been playing for the past 4 iterations, and they want something new. And I think that's good. I think it's you have to understand that, you know, just like Call of Duty, it's going to be a first-person shooter with different guns, but to its foundation, its core, its skeleton, it's still the same game. And Assassin's Creed is no different. It's kind of like the Call of Duty of like action, like, you know, stealth games. So I guess that's a good way to put it. But what do you guys think? Personally, I think Assassin's Creed is one of those games that's a staple, and kind of like a subscription to like a magazine. You don't have to buy it, but it's there for you. It's monthly, and in this case, they're planning on releasing an Assassin's Creed game every year. And also, I think the idea of having different assassins and different timelines is very interesting, and also the way they write it is very interesting. They haven't done one of Japan or China, which would be really, really interesting because they haven't done Asia yet. Primarily, they just did the Mediterranean, Middle East. Now they're doing the American colonies and French Revolution. So, Russia, Africa would be cool. Anywhere different. Latin America would be cool too. I think that'd be awesome. But we'll see in the future, right? But what do you guys think? Do you think Assassin's Creed is kind of a stale game? It's kind of like they're trying to milk us, and trying to cut and paste everything, add new glitter to the game whenever a new one comes out? Or do you think like it's something that we just should have in the industry because people do buy it and people do play it, even though it's the same game? It's a good game to add to your library, Yeah. Send me a comment, send me a like, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Reply with a comment, that would be great. Send me a message. I'd like to hear from you because I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed. I like the lore, the art, the design, and the historical references. They do a really good job at keeping my attention. So anyways, guys, this is GQAzndood doing another podcast, number 3, about Assassin's Creed. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Keep on gaming. Take care.